Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Saturday 25th of May 2024, 11:11 in the PM. We're recording a bit late today. This is going to be the actual final Daniel Larson update for a while, but this is a kind of an old update. It's basically the final two Clark calls, and it's basically him telling Daniel Larson that he's been like pulling Daniel Larson's strings all the time, like making him do these things, and of course Daniel Larson, being the absolute fucking thicko that he is, actually went through with it without thinking ahead. So yeah, we're gonna watch this. This is actually from Larson Leak Raw, by the way, so I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description. Bring it up bigger.
On April 30th, 2024, Daniel Larson's life was forever changed. A sudden communication
almost a month ago
to his management team signaled that something was awry. A call with his manager Clark would confirm the gravity of the situation.
Oh my god, I'm doing okay.
This was the first one. I think I talked about this. Is that Colorado?
Voices make it clear. This was not no ordinary arrest or incident. The implications were major. The violence and threats in question originated from one of Daniel's notorious YouTube channels, and for legal reasons, we cannot show the full posts, but they have been reposted multiple times on Reddit. Consisting of explicit threats and self-incriminating admissions, these posts raised grave concerns among viewers. Law enforcement surprisingly reached out to members of Daniel's management team requesting proof of his threats. Members promptly provided the groups and posts, ultimately giving officials the final piece of evidence needed to arrest Daniel. It turns out issuing threats against the White House, police stations, family members, and more is never really a smart move. Daniel now faces severe federal charges for these threats, and when the indictment was revealed, fans knew the end.
Yeah, we went through that.
If you follow Daniel's story, you know he had a quote-unquote management team for years, groups of trolls who pranked and fed misinformation, which his gullible nature led him to believe.
Alright, so I might end up skipping through this and get into the calls, mainly because we kind of knew how this happened in the first place. May the 6th. There you go. I think this is it.
Time manager made one final phone call, revealing the truth about everything. I present to you the final moments
Here we go.
of Daniel Larson.
Captain, follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To consent to this recorded call, press 1.
Okay, Daniel, I need you to listen completely for the next 10 minutes, and I need to talk to you, okay? I need you to not interrupt me, and I need you to be fucking serious right here. This is probably the only time. This is one of the most important things I'm ever going to tell you. All of this is it's fake, man. I mean, I'm not Clark. I'm not a lawyer. I don't work for Interscope. Grace doesn't want to talk to you. There is Grace. The only reason Grace knows you is because she thinks either you're a predator, a creep, and the only time you've ever talked to Tina was because she was telling you to back away. I mean, it hurts to say UCLA was fake, Interscope was fake. Every single thing that we did, it was fake. I mean, none of that was real, though. You know what I mean? And I can't keep leading you on here. And to be honest, you do need to learn your lesson. And I know we've acted like friends for the past 9 months, but really you're a sick guy, man. And I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I would see you send those to 15-year-old Sky Brown, say your things. You need to get some help. And I've been recording everything. We even worked with McDougall for a while.
I can't believe he's a real guy, by the way.
And I'm done. It's over, man. There isn't anything else to say. I've been lying to you.
I bet you he's squeaking in that getting chaos hell.
Grace doesn't even know. She knows who you are. She thinks you're a weirdo. Yeah. I mean, and I get some circumstances, but at the same time, you really are a menace to the streets of Colorado. I'm a 20-year-old kid from St. Louis in community college, and I know literally nothing. So, I am going to say I won't be answering any more calls anymore. This is probably the last time we'll ever talk.
Yeah, bet you we don't.
That's the thing, Daniel. You keep convincing yourself, Grace and all that. It's not. She doesn't want to. I've never talked to her in her life. How do you think all our calls end up on the internet? You're fucked, and it's over. You know. I'm sorry, not really. At the same time, because this has been the fucking weirdest 10 months of my life, and I've had to been talking to a pretty much pedophile for that whole time. While also
Why though? Why do you dedicate your life to him? He even lost his job over a paedophile.
No, I'm in the middle of the most important call of my life.
You can hear Daniel's
Questioning.
sighing over the phone as Clark breaks the devastating news to him. Without allowing Daniel much chance to express his feelings, Clark abruptly hung up. The call lasted 16 minutes, but mainly consisted of Daniel's muffled responses as Clark repeated himself. Other management members felt Clark should call Daniel again to properly hear him out, but it might have been too late. The following day, when one more call was scheduled, Clark went radio silent. After hours of silence, Clark resurfaced with concerning messages in the Discord group. He shared a screenshot of a text from Bob Proctor that read, "Daniel wants to talk to you. He says he got in a fight. Sorry for the intrusion." It appeared Daniel had gotten into an altercation with other inmates, and everyone urgently wanted Clark to call Daniel immediately.
Okay, that I'm kind of speculating that they just said that just to get Clark to talk to Daniel again. I personally don't believe it happened, but knowing Daniel, he starts fights all the fucking time, so he probably did.
But he didn't comply. Clark later revealed he had just gotten fired from his job.
Yeah, that's why he was absent.
Quote, too drunk. With the Lore's finale in his grasp, Clark ghosted the group, leaving other members stranded without warning. After attempting to persuade Clark to redo the final call, he reluctantly agreed.
3 days later.
Recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To consent to this recorded call, press 1. To disconnect, press thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now. Hello?
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Okay, so
Sorry, before you say anything, I want to tell you that I am extremely sorry. And
No, it's not.
I want to try to make it work right with.
I mean, it's not just. I feel like you have a lot of people to say sorry to, mostly, not just me, more like Bob and the restaurants and all the people that, even Grace, in a way, for tormenting her and her family for the past couple of years.
I agree, and I will take the blame, but I want to fix everything. You know, we all
Yeah. Not as big as his mistakes though.
You know, we all make mistakes, and it's how we move forward. Right? And how we make progress.
I agree, and I know that Bob's been talking to you recently, so I hope you said sorry to him and everything.
Also, Bob
because I'm
was still in
surprised
contact
you
with him.
seem still
Suppose he had
talking
to, knowing the
after everything
circumstances.
that went down.
I understand. And, you know, with Grace, I also understand what you said about it.
And that starts with me being honest too, and I regret even all the fake races and all that. Yeah, that wasn't right to do for Grace too, because I don't know her in real life. I know she was probably not happy with people pretending to be here for the past couple of years. So that does start with us too. But I mean, the way you took it was a little too far in some ways, and I mean, and I do think
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the thing, cause like with Daniel Larson, even though it was trolls, he kind of did take it a bit too far with his antics. Like, even though it wasn't the real Grace Vanderbilt that was speaking to him, you shouldn't say the sort of things that he did about her, like saying like, oh, he's gonna date her, or he's gonna fuck her, or he's gonna be the father of her kids. No, because like, especially when you realise that he was in his 20s when early 20s when she was still a minor. She was like 15, 16, which is a minor in America. And he was really into her for some fucking reason, like, because he's a fucking whack job, that's probably why. So yeah, he shouldn't have done all them things and said all them things about her in the first place, troll or not.
You know, we've been in contact for so long now, you know what I mean? I want us to be friends.
Oh.
I mean, you do understand everything I told you though in the last call. Like, all of this has been pretty much made up. I know it's hard for you to know, but you got to realize that before the trial, before they think you're crazy.
Right, and, you know, I agree.
I mean, and
And I do have to say that I do kind of know I do know what my solicitor is going to ask tomorrow, but I don't know if they're going to approve it this time or the next court date. But I do know that we're making progress in the right direction.
well, I think this was a good conversation, but everything starts with a couple sorries here and there. Do you have anything that you want to say to like everybody out there? Like, because I'm guessing people are gonna get these phone calls through that. So like, you should, if you want to explain yourself to everybody on Reddit.
You know, what I want is I want an apology to the entire fan base. And not only to the fan base, but I want, you know, an apology going out about making a phone call and stuff like that.
And just everything, even
Like
cyber.
literally everything at this point. You know, I mean, if we go into detail, it's gonna be way too much right now.
True.
You know what I mean? And we're on a timed phone call with, you know, money going through. I'm to a point to where, like, I want to try to fix this with everything, and I want the real truth to be heard.
And the truth will be heard, Daniel. So I gotta go. But I'm out. See ya. Clark out.
That may have just captured Daniel's final moments of
Yeah.
outside contact.
We heard nothing from him since.
These charges appeared dire, marking the end of
Isn't it?
potentially all
Oh,
of
that's it.
the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
story.
That's pretty much it, to be fair. Like you said, that was the last contact we heard of him at the minute. So yeah, I know that was actually a that was the beginning of like May, yeah, like near the beginning of this month. So yeah, I'm a bit late talking about it, but I want to catch up on the Daniel Larson stuff in a minute. and right now I am really caught up. Where is it? I will find it in a minute. Where is the wiki? There we go. Yeah, if you go to the Daniel Larson wiki, yeah, bandwidth exceeded, and I think they may have like purged the subreddit as well, but I don't really look at that as much. But I'm guessing that the courts has basically asked the owner of the site to take it down and give it to the courts, mainly because of the they want to get more information on that matter. So yeah, that's probably because of the courts. That is why it is down. So yeah, that's basically it. It's like no more updates from Daniel Larson, like no more calls. That's basically it. And until the next court date, which I believe is in the middle of next month, we won't get anything until then. So that'll be it for the Daniel Larson updates for a bit. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for locale updates in the Saturdays ahead, but I'll figure something out. Tomorrow I'll be doing a weekly recap. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.